time. All right, which of these celebs were once homeless? Is it Steve Harvey, Jim Carrey, or Halle Berry? All right, guys, we fooled you. Trick question. It's all of them, actually. The answer is all of them. And my next guess, well, she was once a broke and homeless 15-year-old. Aimee Elizabeth is now a self-made millionaire. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Now, your story is so intriguing. 15 years old, you were homeless. Tell us about your story.
I was a good kid, straight A student. Come home from school one night. Mom had issues of her own that I won't get into, but I'm locked out of the house. And I'm confused, so I ring the doorbell, and she opens the door and says, "What do you want?" And I'm like, can I at least get my school books? So she says, "Come in, get your stuff, get it all, you're not coming back." And that was the first night I was homeless. And I had all kinds of odd jobs to get me through high school, one of which was tutoring Spanish to other high school students and other subjects. I also had a paper route, and on my paper route, I met a nice elderly lady who needed a maid, so I scrubbed her toilets and whatever else she needed. And then by the time I was 20 years old, I started my first business for the princely sum of $1,000 on a shoestring budget.
Nice.
And 18 years later, I retired. So not a bad investment.
No.
I'm now a multimillionaire, real estate investor, best-selling author, and motivational speaker. So that's where I went.
So how did you do it at 15? Did you just work nonstop and go to school nonstop?
And sleep in school.
You were sleeping in school?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't stay awake in class.
Okay, so what advice do you have for others out there if they're, getting into your book, Poverty Sucks, How to Become a Self-Made Millionaire? What, is it just work, work, work?
No, I believe in working the least amount possible for the most amount of money. And I have a cash system for that.
Okay.
C stands for cheap. When you're first starting out and you're broke, you have to be cheap or you're never going to get anywhere. Okay. You have to save up some money. And then A stands for awesome. If you start a little business like I did, make sure that you always provide awesome products and services to your customers so it becomes a non-stop money-making machine.
Okay.
And then S, once you start making money, you got to save it. Because if you make $11 million a year, but you're spending 12, you're not rich, you're in bankruptcy court.
Right.
And then H is for help others. I believe no matter how bad your own circumstances are, there's always someone worse off than you. Right. And it's just good karma.
And then you also have a ditch your loser language. So what is that? What's a loser language?
Losers love to say, "I'll try," and "I can't," and they've already committed to failure. They're never going to get anywhere. Winners, on the other hand, they say, "I will," and "I can," and they do. And those are the people who create their own financial freedom and become self-made millionaires.
Okay, so where can our viewers go? Because again, we could be sitting here talking all day with you, a half-hour special if we could. What's your best tip out of the book, you think, and where can viewers go to pick up your book?
Create a business that makes residual income, and that'd be my best tip. And they can find it on my website, www.aimeeelizabeth.net, and Aimee is spelled A-I-M-E-E, or they can get it on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, any of the online bookstores. And it's cheaper to buy it online. I'm really not doing it for the money.
Okay.
So
Well,
I want to help
thank
people.
Thank you so much for sharing your story.
It was a pleasure.
Got it.